Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Like I said, we're back here now with some New York Yankees baseball. It's July 17th, 1961, and the Yankees are in Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Let's get to the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field is Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. And batting ninth, doing the pitching for the New York Yankees is the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. And they'll be taking on the Baltimore Orioles here in Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the Orioles, playing third base is Brooks Robinson. Batting second, playing center field is Jim Busby. Batting third, playing right field is Jackie Brandt. Batting fourth, doing the catching is Gus Torrendis. Batting fifth, playing left field is Dave Feely. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Ron Hansen. Batting seventh, playing first base is Dick Williams. Batting eighth, playing second base is Jerry Adar. And batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Baltimore Orioles will be Milt Pappas. Let's get down here to Baltimore Memorial Stadium, folks. Get this game started and see if the chairman of the board can put a stop to this 5-game losing streak here by the Yanks. So here's the pitch to Bobby Richardson. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Dave Feely's got that. And that'll be out number one for the Yanks here in the game. I think I just had that hit the center. We'll redo that. It's supposed to be hit out the left. We'll let Dave get his put out there. There we go. And that'll bring up Tony Kubek now. And here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brooks Robinson at third. 2 up and 2 down for the Yanks. Here's Roger. Let's see what Roger can do here in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Dar's got it. The Yankees go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees nothing. Orioles coming up. Here's the pitch to Brooks Robinson. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Down the short. Kubek's got it. And that is out number one. And here's Jim Busby now. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Kubek. Kubek's up with it. And he fires over to Moose. His first game back in a while. And that's out number two. That brings up Jackie Brandt. And that's a ground ball down to Clint Boyer. 1, 2, 3 goes the Orioles. We go to the top of the second. It's 0-0, folks. And that brings up the mighty Mick. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Mr. Hansen down at short calls for it. He makes the catch. And that'll be out number one. Here comes the Moose. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the right field. Jackie Brandt's out there today. He makes the catch. And that's 2 up and 2 down for the Yanks. Brings up Mr. Clutch, Yogi Berra. And that is going to be a base hit in the left field, folks. Yogi gets a board here with 1 out. See if the Yankees can, 2 outs. Let's see if the Yankees can make some noise with 2 outs. Here's Elston Howard, folks. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Milt Pappas drills Howard. I don't think he intended to do that with 2 outs. So we got first and second now. The Yankees are on top step. They're not happy. They calm down. They got Clint Boyer up here. Can he make them pay for that hit batter here with 2 outs and drive Yogi in and give the Yankees a lead? And that's a line drive down the third. right at Brooks Robinson. Boyer hit that right on the head, but right at Brooks, and that'll end the inning, folks. Yankees strand two. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 0-0. Gus, Philly, and Hanson do up here for the Orioles. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Clint Boyer. He's up with it, out number one. And brings up Dave Feely now. Here's the pitch to Feely. That's going to be a pop up on the infield. That'll be out number two. Who's calling for it here, folks? And that's going to be Mr. Quebec down at short. He wants it for out number two. Brings up Ron Hanson now. Nobody on, 2 outs. And that is going to be a pop up on the infield again, but this time Clint Boyer wants it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Orioles. And we go to the top of the third. We got Ford, Richardson, and Quebec due up here for the Yanks. Let's see if Whitey can do something here. And that's a fly ball in the right field. Jackie Brandt's got it for out number one. That brings up Bobby Richardson now, the top of the order. Bobby flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Dar's down there. He fires over to Dick Williams, and that'll be out number two. See if Tony can get on board here for the M&M boys. He grounded out to Brooks his first time up, and he hits that one down the short. This time, Hanson's got it for a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third, still knotted up at nothing. You got Dick Williams, Adar, and Pappas due up here for the Orioles, the bottom part of the lineup. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Yogi's out there and left today. He makes the catch for out number one. Brings up Jerry Adar. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's the first base runner the Orioles have had as he walks down the first. First walk given up by Whitey. And Pappas is going to try to bunt him over here, folks, and get him in scoring position with 2 outs. And he lays down a nice bunt there, folks. And Boyer's up with it. He fires over to first with Mr. Richardson. Bobby covering. And that'll be an out. But Jerry goes down the second in scoring position now for Brooks Robinson. Here's the pitch to Brooks. And that's a fly ball in the left field. That'll end the inning. So the walk doesn't cost them. And the Orioles leave Adar down at second. We go to the top of the fourth. We got the big boys up. The Maris, Mano, and Scouring. Can they make some noise here against Pappas and get on the board here first? And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Dick Williams has got it. He'll take it himself. Calls off Pappas for out number one. And here's the Mick. Mick's up now. He's 0 for 1. He's popped up the short his first time up. And they don't want nothing to do with the Mick. That's a base on balls. That brings up the Moose. Scouring's up now, folks, with Mick standing down at first with 1 out. And that's not what they wanted. That ball is hit down the second. Adar's up with it. He fires over to Hanson, fires over to Williams, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 inning double play, folks. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 0-0. Busby, Brandt, and Gus due up here for the Orioles. Here's the pitch to Jim. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Quebec's up with it. He tosses it over to first for out number one. Here comes Jackie Brandt now. And Jackie gets a hold of this one off of Whitey, folks. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. Mick gets over after it hits off the wall, fires it in. But Jackie's standing down at second with a 1-out double for Gus. Here's the pitch to Gus. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. No, it's not, a pop fly in That's short. Quebec makes the catch, though. And Jackie stays put. 2 outs now for Philly. Dave's 0 for 1. He popped up the short his first time up. Not this time, folks. He squares this ball up. And that ball is driven into the gap in center, left center. And that'll score Brantley. And just like that, the Orioles take a 1-0 lead on Whitey. Brings up Ron Hansen now with Dave Philly down at second with 2 outs. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field. Mix got it. We're out number 3, but the Orioles strike first and take a 1-0 lead here. So we go to the top of the 5th. Bear, Howard, and Boyer due up. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a base hit, folks, in the right field. Yogi's aboard here with a leadoff single. Nice piece of hitting by Yogi. He's 2 for 2 today. Brings up Mr. Howard. See if he can do some damage here. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. Brantley cuts it off. He's going to hold Howard to a single. But Yogi's going to truck on down the 3rd, folks. And we got 1st and 3rd and nobody out here in the 5th inning. That brings up Clint Boyer. Let's see Clint do some damage here and get the Yankees on the board, folks. And that's going to be a pop-up in the short right field. And that's going to be caught by a Dar. And that'll be out number 1 here. Not what you want to see by Boyer. Not a productive out, folks. Now there's 1 out here for Whitey. Whitey says that's all right. He's going to help his own cause out. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Is that going to be deep enough to score Yogi? And it is a nice sacrifice fly by Whitey to get Yogi to score. And this game's tied up, folks. It's 1-1 here now. Got a runner on first now with 2 outs for Bobby Richardson. See if Bobby can keep this inning alive here. And no, he can't because that ball is hit down the 3rd. And he'll go the short way over to 2nd. End the inning, folks. But the Yankees score on the sacrifice fly by Whitey Ford and tie this game up. It's 1 apiece as we go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Williams, Adar, and Pappas due up here to face Whitey in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the pop fly down the 3rd. And Boyer's got that for out number 1. Brings up Jerry Adar now. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's Jerry's 2nd walk of the game. And again, Pappas is going to try to sacrifice him down the 2nd. Put him in scoring position for the top of the order. And that's exactly what he does. He lays down a nice bunt. It's back to Whitey. Whitey picks it up. Fires over to first with Bobby Richardson covering. Dar makes it down the 2nd with 2 outs now for Brooks Robinson. Brooks is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the 3rd and flew out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Orioles leave 1 on down at 2nd as we go to the top of the 6th. It's still a 1-1 ball game, folks. We got Quebec and then the M&M boys due up. See if they can make some noise and score some runs here against Pappas in the 6th. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Nice piece of hitting by Quebec. He gets on for the M&M boys. Let's see what happens now. See if Roger can come through. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the 2nd and the 1st. Here's the pitch. And that ball is back. Gone, folks. Home run, Roger Maris. Just like that into left field. Roger goes the other way here in Memorial Stadium, and the Yankees lead 3-1. And still nobody out here in the sixth inning for Mickey Mantle up now. Here's the pitch to Mick. Mick's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be a deep fly ball to center field, but Busby makes the catch at the warning track, almost back-to-back jacks. So that's 1 out now. Here comes the Moose. Bill Scourin's up now. And that's another deep fly ball. They're really hitting Pappas, but this time that one's right at Busby. He doesn't have to take a step, folks. So 2 outs now. That brings up Yogi. Yogi's 2 for 2 today, folks. Can he keep up this perfect game? Yes, he can, folks. He squares this one up. And that ball is driven into right field. Jackie's going back. That ball clears the fence, folks. Yogi Bear with a home run, and just like that, it's 4-1. The power has finally been turned on here for the Yankees. They talked to the electric company, and they turned the power back. And just like that, it's a 4-1 ball game, folks. Here comes Mr. Howard now. He's 1 for 1 today. Got hit by a pitch. And they walk him. They was throwing him in tight. He was lucky to stay out of the way of some of them. Pappas a little frustrated out there. So now you got Howard down at first with Clint Boyer up. He hit the ball right on the head the first time up and then popped up the second as last time. And that ball is hit in the right field. Jackie Brandt comes in a few steps, makes the catch. But the Yankees score 3. A home run by Roger Maris and a home run by Yogi Berra puts the Yankees up 4-1. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got Busby, Brandt, and Gus due up here in the 6th inning. Jim is 0 for 2. And he gets a hold of this one off of Whitey, folks. Squares it up. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Busby hits the wall with that one, folks. Maris goes over and picks it up, throws it in, but Busby's standing down at second with a leadoff double. That brings up Jackie Brandt now. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And let's see if that's deep enough to get to get Busby over. And I don't think it is. No, they're not going to test Rogers' arm, especially with 1 out and already in scoring position. That brings up Gus now with Jim down at second and 1 out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Slow roller. Quebec comes in. Busby's going to make it over to third on that play. But there's 2 outs now. Dave Feely is up. Dave's 1 for 2 with that double and an RBI. And that's a deep fly ball in the right field. Maris is going back up against the wall. Dave missed a home run by a few feet there, folks. That's the final out, and the Orioles leave Busby down at third. We go to the 7th inning. New York Yankees 4, Baltimore Orioles 1. We got Ford, and then the top of the order, Richardson and Quebec. Whitey had a sacrifice fly his last time up, folks. Got the Yankees on the board first time. Here, see what he can do now. He grounds that ball down the short. Hansen's up with it. That'll be an easy play for out number 1. Brings up Bobby Richardson now. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out to left, grounded out to second, and reached on the fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base on balls. So that'll put Bobby down at first. Not what you want to see if you're an Orioles fan. Walking guys, and the big boys are coming up and seem like they're starting to get hot. Quebec's 1 for 3 and scored. And that's going to be a ground ball, I think, back to the mound. Yes, it is. And Pappas is going to spin and fire it down to Hansen covering second to get the lead runner. That brings up Maris now. Roger with that 2-run homer his last time up. Now he's got Quebec down at first. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brooks Robinson. And Brooksy's going to go to short way over to Dar covering second. And that'll end the inning. And the Yankees strand one, folks. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. We got Hanson, Williams, and Adar due up here for the Orioles. Here's the pitch to Ron. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to see out of Whitey with a 3-run lead here in the 7th. Here's Dick Williams. See if they can get a ground ball double play out of Dick. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Williams goes down on strikes. Brings up Jerry Adar now. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And that'll be 2 outs now. And the Orioles, I have a pitch hitter here for PAPPAS as he had that rough 6th inning. Other than that, he pitched pretty damn good. See who they're going to bring on here to pitch hit. Looks like they're going to bring Earl Robinson out here to pitch hit. With 1 man on. There's Earl. 2 outs, a runner down at first for Earl here in the 7th inning. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Whitey gets out of the inning, no runs. We go to the top of the 8th. See who the Orioles are going to bring out here to pitch. We got Mick, then Scourin, and then Yogi. So I think they're going to bring a righty on here to pitch. And I think they're going to bring in Westrock. He's going to come out here and pitch. Like I say, he'll be facing Mickey, Scourin, and Yogi here in the top of the 8th. Mick's 0 for 2 with a walk. Not no more, folks, because that ball